RPGs let you escape into another world, but sometimes that world isn't just sunshine and rainbows, and quests will pull you into something much darker than you could have ever expected. In today's video, we're diving into 7 RPG quests that left us thinking about them days later because of how dark they went. Spoilers ahead, and beware of some disturbing content. Let's get into it. There's no shortage of darkness in the world of Skyrim, but Blood on the Ice hits different because it feels a little too close to reality. You stumble into an investigation in Windhelm, learning that a serial killer has been targeting women and mutilating their remains. You have to piece it all together and solve it before the killer strikes again. The evidence leads you through a haunting, abandoned house and a journal that lays out a necromancy ritual that requires blood, body parts, and bones. What really takes this quest to the next level is the paranoia and the knowledge that someone dangerous is still out there while you're just trying to piece things together. It's honestly one of the most tense, investigative experiences to appear in an open world game. Where Blood on the Ice is unsettling and filled with paranoia, the next entry is just wrong. Baldur's Gate 3 never shies away from dark and disturbing content. I was split between a ton of different quests just to make this list. I do plan to make a future one just because there's so many good creepy quests out there, particularly from Baldur's Gate 3, but for this entry, I chose Find Dribbles the Clown. It's something else entirely. It's much different than a lot of the other disturbing quests we see in this game. It's so disconnected from the main story. You're tasked with finding a missing clown, and by finding him, you're actually assembling his dismembered body parts, which are scattered across dark and disturbing scenes around the city. There are 7 pieces that all belong to one clown, and you need to find all of them. And the entire time, the quest has the backdrop of this almost cheerful, colorful circus that makes everything feel very, very deranged. The contrast between a colorful circus and you picking up rotting clown limbs is enough to make you question what the hell you're doing and how you ended up here. The benefit to Dribble's situation is that you're just there in the aftermath. You are literally picking up the pieces. In our next quest though, you will feel much more complicit, much more involved. The White Glove Society is portrayed as one of the most elegant and sophisticated factions on the New Vegas Strip, which makes the stuff that they're doing behind closed doors feel even more sinister. In the quest Beyond the Beef, you uncover that the White Glove Society, a faction that, just in case you didn't know, has a history of cannibalism, has a few members who are trying to return to those cannibalistic roots, and you're at the center of it. A human NPC has been kidnapped. You can save him or help the White Glove Society do their thing. The horror about this quest isn't just the cannibalism, it's that the White Glove Society have everything. They aren't doing this to survive, they're doing it because they want to. You can't avoid what this quest is saying about power and depravity, and it's no wonder that this one has stuck with players to this day. The next quest takes us back to that sense of racing against time from Blood on the Ice, and this time it takes it to the maximum. Disasterpiece from Cyberpunk 2077 is a quest that builds on the dread of prior quests and just continues to increase. You and Judy are trying to find Evelyn Parker, and the more you uncover, the worse things become. You're hunting scavengers who create extreme brain dances. In Cyberpunk 2077, brain dances are digital recordings that let people relive another person's experience, their physical sensations, their thoughts, their emotions, and extreme brain dances are usually completely unedited, and they depict the worst of the worst, things like death, assaults, extreme violence. And you know that if Evelyn is with them, they're going to use her for something horrible. Fighting your way through their lair is genuinely disturbing. Blood covers the walls and bodies are left on tables completely abandoned and broken. And when you find Evelyn, it's obvious that she's been through something horrible. From the moment you enter, every instinct in you is screaming at you to get out. But you stay because you have to. You know that she needs you. This quest doesn't just show you something messed up, it makes makes you get up close and personal with it, and you can't look away. Disasterpiece is very literally in your face with the horror, but the next quest waits for you to discover it. Let's talk about our little secret from Fallout 3. Andale feels wrong from the jump. On the surface, it's almost idyllic, a small town with overly friendly residents who seem genuinely happy to meet you. In the wasteland, all of these things are bright red flags. There is definitely something off here. And if you dig a little deeper, you'll find the truth. Andale is home to generations of inbreeding and cannibalism that's become a tradition for the community. And it's not just horrifying because of what they've done, it's how much they've normalized it. This is how they've lived for generations and how they plan to continue to live. And you likely stumbled upon all of it by complete accident. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes it's better to stay out of basements and leave the locked doors locked in the Fallout games. Now for our next entry, we're moving from other people's nightmares that we've discovered to having one happen to someone you love and being completely unable to stop it. Let's talk about All That Remains from Dragon Age 2. All That Remains is one of the most brutal quests on this list, not just because of the violence, but because of what it takes from you. Hawke's relationship with their mom, Leandra, is complicated, but there's clearly a lot of love there. And in this quest, you watch everything fall apart in the most horrifying way possible. A blood mage has been killing women and harvesting their body parts to reconstruct his dead wife. Leandra is his final victim. When you find her, she's somehow still conscious, her head attached to a body that isn't hers, and you can't do anything. There's no last minute save. You can only stand there and watch as your mother dies from something genuinely horrifying. And if Hawke already lost their sibling in the Deep Roads, this is the moment that their last really close biological family member disappears. All That Remains doesn't try to soften the blow. It just makes you feel it and sit in it. And finally, there's Project Overlord from Mass Effect 2. Project Overlord reels you in with atmosphere, strange sounds, dark and eerie environments, and a overwhelming sense of dread. And then it hits you with the reality of what's happened. The rogue VI that you've been investigating isn't a machine. It's a person named David. He's been forced to integrate with the virtual intelligence system with his mind and body used as a living interface. And the person who did this to him isn't some random evil scientist. It's David's brother. When you reach David at the end and see him attached to wires and machinery, the horror of this mission really hits you on every level. The science fiction framing doesn't stop you from seeing the reality of it, that David was tortured and experimented on by someone who was supposed to protect him and look out for him. Project Overlord is a reminder that the Mass Effect universe can go anywhere, even places you certainly are not prepared for. So there you have it, 7 disturbing quests. Honestly, each deserves their spot on this list for different reasons, and I know that there are many, many more out there. Like I said, I definitely want to revisit this topic in a future video. Let me know in the comments, what quests do you think are the most disturbing? If you like more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.